You didn't find this video found you. And the reason is that you're probably a 9 to 5 employee thinking about starting your own company, going into entrepreneurship. And this video is gonna change your life because these are the 3 things that I wish I knew before leaving my 6 figures job in big tech. And these are the things I wish I knew before asking myself thousands of questions that are irrelevant to your success online, which is, am I good enough? Or will I be able to succeed? Or do I have enough skills? And so on. So if you will watch this video, by the end of it, you will know the 3 things you need to focus on in order to take the right choice and to be successful in your next chapter. Point number 1, in a company, and so in a full-time employment, your salary never matches your value. And this is not a criticism. This is the pricing model that you have as an employee. And the reason is because you can't be rewarded for exactly what you create. Otherwise, the company would not get anything out of it. And the reason is the following. When you're an employee, you are supposed to fit within a job, do things a certain way, and deliver outcomes. But companies reward predictability. And so you are supposed to deliver something within a specific scope. When you move to entrepreneurship, what matters is that you are able to absorb risks. And because of the fact that you are exposed to risk much more, this means that your upside is much higher. So for this very reason, your salary as an employee caps rather soon compared to the value that you deliver to the market. And for this very reason, the same people with the same type of skill set, just 1 year after when they move from a corporate job to becoming a full-time entrepreneur, they make much more, even 10, 20 times than what they were doing before in their regular 9 to 5. Point number 2, you always quit too late and never too early. Most people tend to fail when they go to entrepreneurship because they wait for the perfect moment or to feel ready or to feel qualified, to feel confident for the perfect opportunity, and etc. And this comes from the fact that when you work a 9 to 5 job, the job itself teaches you that readiness is the most important thing that you can achieve, because the more you're ready, the better the outcome will be. The reality is that entrepreneurship works in reverse. And what does it mean? It means that it rewards early exposure to things, because most of the times you will never have a clear path or a clear roadmap on the things that you want to achieve or on how to achieve your goals and etc. And so exposure to risks and to uncertainty is what eventually gives you clarity, gives you action, and gives you the purpose that you're looking for. So long story short, entrepreneurship rewards action much more than readiness. And that's a pretty fundamental shift from having something set in stone, like your scope, to not knowing what your next best step will look like. And the last point, and it's point number 3, which is one of the biggest learning that you have as soon as you step out of your comfort zone and your job, is that competence is not leverage. And what do I mean by that? I mean that whenever you go in the marketplace, no one cares about who's the smartest person that they can go to. Everyone cares about who's the right person to solve my problems. But this comes with a currency, which means they need to know that you exist. And most of the times, the fact that you are smart and good, or that you have an amazing CV full of great opportunities, big tech and whatever, means absolutely nothing, because people don't know that you are there, don't know that you can solve their problem, don't know that you exist. And how can you solve it? You can solve it through distribution. And this is really how then you end up scaling and selling a product. And because one of the toughest reality check that you can have is that even if you work at a fantastic, like super hyped company with your, 6-figure, 7-figure jobs, if you don't have distribution, you will never be able to sell anything. Because as mentioned, you don't have a way to let people know that you have the product and to distribute it. So how can you address this? You need to create your distribution and detach yourself from a single brand, and you need to become a brand. And how can you do that? Through social media. And if you are good enough and you can deplatform people, one of the best way to ensure that the product you have actually reaches all of your followers or whomever is through a newsletter. So if you can, early on, build it up. So if you're still there in your 9 to 5 and you're still uncertain whether you should go out and jump into entrepreneurship, ask yourself these 3 questions. Am I rewarded enough for the value that I am delivering to the company or to society? Am I waiting for the perfect moment, or am I actually ready and just afraid to jump? And great that I have a massive CV and a lot of competence, but do I actually have a way to leverage what I have in order to be successful?